Plato, the philosopher who banished poets and disciplined desire, opens his final work on law by defending wine drinking. A Spartan boasts, "Real men refuse wine. Self-control is everything." The Athenian stranger answers, "You've missed the point of law entirely. The most important war a city fights isn't on its borders, it's inside the soul." To see why Plato defends wine, we need what he thinks law is for. The Laws has 12 books. The first 3 are the preamble, the philosophical groundwork. 3 elders walk toward the cave of Zeus on Crete, designing a real colony called Magnesia. Not a utopia, an achievable city. The Spartan and the Cretan praise their austere military constitutions. Soldiers, discipline, no wine. The Athenian stranger pushes back. Your laws aim at the wrong target. Winning wars is the easy part. Here is the central thesis. Lawgivers obsessed with the external battle, conquest, defense, foreign enemies, have neglected the internal battle. Faction within the city, disorder within the soul. Sparta wins on the battlefield, then collapses the moment its citizens are exposed to money, sex, or wine. Their virtue is brittle. It only works in the barracks. Plato's true target is harmony, harmony in the soul, harmony in the polis. A unified city of unified citizens. The legislator isn't a general. The legislator is something stranger and more demanding, a tuner of souls. And to tune a soul, you have to test it. If the real war is internal, how do you train soldiers for that battle? You can't march them in formation against their own appetites. So Plato proposes something the Spartan finds outrageous: wine. Specifically, the Roman phrase captures it. In vino veritas. In wine, truth. Drink reveals the structure of a young man's soul. His fears, his anger, his lusts come surging up where you can see them. But this only works under one condition. A sober elder must preside. Apollo watching over Dionysus. Reason supervising the irrational, not crushing it, observing it. A misconception to clear up. Apollo versus Dionysus does not mean reason crushes emotion. Apollo isn't a cold accountant. He's the god of music, poetry, and the sun. He's the form of the good giving shape to the irrational, not erasing it. Dionysus is the wine, the dance, the surge of feeling. Plato wants both. He wants the surge and the form that contains it. Music without rhythm is noise. Rhythm without music is silence. Apollo and Dionysus together produce a song. That song is what a well-ordered soul sounds like. Now the strangers sing in the laws. Men over 40, respected citizens, fathers, magistrates, gather after dinner. They pass a large wine bowl. They grow mildly intoxicated. And then they sing. They sing hymns proclaiming a single doctrine. Virtue equals wisdom equals happiness equals pleasure. Choruses follow, organized by age. Children in one ring, adults in another, elders in a third. Dionysian energy poured into Apollonian geometric form. This is the answer to the Puritan misreading of Plato. He is not an ascetic. Pleasure must be acknowledged. Pleasure must be ordered. The wine bowl is not a sin to repress. It is an instrument to play. Book 3 offers a founding myth. Civilization, Plato says, is periodically wiped out. Floods, earthquakes, cataclysms. Survivors are reduced to a primitive existence. Shepherds in the hills. What Plato in the Republic called the city of pigs, the city of utmost necessity. From this blank slate, civilization slowly rebuilds. Why does this matter? Because the legislator must understand that cities are not permanent. They rise from primitive conditions and they fall back to them. To found a city is to enter a cycle that began long before you and will continue long after. Wine, choruses, cataclysms, these are not quirky asides. They point to a deeper political vision. Compare the 2 great Platonic syntheses. The Republic fuses Athens and Sparta. Ionian skepticism, the questioning, restless democratic spirit, joined to Doric austerity, the lean military discipline of the Peloponnese. The result, Callipolis, the beautiful city of philosopher kings, the laws fuses something different. Athens and Persia, the turbulent freedom of democracy joined to the vast obedient order of a great empire. The result, Magnesia, a mixed polity for the actual world. Why the shift? Plato has age. He has watched Athens execute Socrates and Sicily reject reform. The Republic asks what is best. The laws asks what is achievable in space and time. If good men do not legislate, worse men will. The philosopher accepts a compromise, not because his ideals have weakened, but because his sense of urgency has sharpened. Notice what the shift means. The Republic dreams of a city ruled by perfect knowledge. The law settles for a city ruled by good laws, laws written carefully enough that they can survive imperfect rulers. This is why the preamble matters. Before any specific statute, Plato spends 3 books on character, on music, on wine, on history. Because a law that citizens do not internally consent to is a law waiting to be broken. The legislator must persuade before commanding, must shape souls before shaping behavior. The wine bowl is the whole project in miniature. Pleasure is permitted. Irrationality is channeled. Order presides without erasing what it orders. A small ritual, and inside it, the entire architecture of a just city. So when the Spartan scoffs at the wine cup, Plato is not picking a quaint cultural quarrel. He is rejecting a whole theory of virtue. The theory that says strength is the absence of temptation. Plato's answer: strength is the presence of temptation, met and ordered. A soul that has never faced Dionysus has not been tested. A city that has never wrestled with pleasure has not been governed. The legislator's craft is not commanding men, it's tuning souls. And the most precise instrument in the workshop, the one that reveals every flaw and every harmony, is a shared cup of wine.